Hi, I'm Ori and I'm the Starlight Witch. Today's video is going to be how you can celebrate Valentine's Day as a witch and or a pagan, in particularly a Hellenic Pagan, because I'm a Hellenic Pagan. Everything in this video is coming from my personal book of magic, so it's my personal belief and what I personally do. So if there's anything that doesn't fit for you, you could always alter it or change it completely. This video is mostly for Christian witches or pagans who live in a Christian household and either need to celebrate it or just want to with their family, and just anyone else who is either a witch or a pagan who wants to celebrate. So Valentine's Day is celebrated on February 14th, and it is a Christian holiday honoring Saint Valentine, who was a martyr who lived in the Roman Empire. February 14th is believed to mark his martyrdom. Saint Valentine was believed to defy the Roman emperor by marrying young couples without permission, and that is also why Valentine's Day is associated with love. The placement of Valentine's Day aligns with Lupercana, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is the Roman pagan fertility festival, and Lupercana is believed to have taken place on February 15th. Some historians believe that Valentine's Day may have stemmed from Lupercana. Additionally, some historians believe that Valentine's Day may have been on a different day and moved to February 14th to replace or absorb Lupercana and to convert people to Christianity. However, this is not proven, though there are several things pointing towards it. Some themes surrounding Valentine's Day are love, romance, desire, harmony, lust, and union. Some crystals are rose quartz for self-love or romance and harmony, clear quartz for positivity and clarity, rhodonite for self-love, romance, and love attraction, carnelian for courage, confidence, and sexuality, red garnet for passion, devotion, and romance. And then some herbs and plants are roses for romance, self-love, passion, and devotion, cinnamon for romance, self-love, and lust, lavender for peace and harmony, basil for love, bonding, and prosperity, and vanilla for love, passion, and lust. And for the herbs, you could just keep them around, keep them on your altar, or cook with them. And for the crystals, you can keep them on your altar or just carry them around with you. Some foods and drinks are chocolate, sugar, honey, cakes, dairy, red apples, and red wine. Some colors are pink, light blue, white, red, and gold. Some altar decors are any of the listed crystals, any of the listed plants and herbs, candles of any of the colors listed, heart symbols, love letters, whether that's to yourself or somebody else, or a love letter that someone wrote for you, seashells, flowers, associated animal pictures, symbols, or statues, and associated god symbols, pictures, or statues. Some animals are doves, swans, bees, butterflies, bunnies, and cats. And then for gods, I have a few Hellenic Pagan gods and a few non-Hellenic Pagan gods for anyone who is not a Hellenic Pagan but still wants to worship a deity around this time. For the Hellenic Pagan Theo, there is Aphrodite, Eros, Pytho, Emeros, I think that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if not. And then for non-Hellenic pagan gods, there is the Roman goddess Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, and the Roman god Cupid, who is widely associated with Valentine's Day, even in Christianity, the god of love, lust, and sexual attraction. In Norse paganism, there is Freya, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. In Egyptian paganism, there is Hathor, I apologize if that's not pronounced correctly, the goddess of love and beauty. The Celtic goddess Anya, who's a goddess of love and beauty. And the Welsh goddess Branwen, who is also a goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. I apologize if I mispronounced any of those names. If you are not Hellenic Pagan, please do your own research when it comes to other deities to honor around this time. I did very little research on that, just enough to get me those names. Here are a few ways you could celebrate Valentine's Day. A few of these things are Hellenic Paganism, so if that doesn't fit for you, you can always skip past it to the non-Hellenic Pagan things. So I personally am a Aphrodite devotee, so on Valentine's Day I would clean her altar and give her prayers and offerings. You could also pray to and give offerings to any of the other listed deities. Hello, it is currently a new day. I completely forgot to record this part of the video, so it'll just kind of be in the middle. And this is Hellenic Pagan related, so you can skip this completely if you're not Hellenic Pagan. You could pray to Aphrodite for love, self-love, passion, desire, or beauty. Eros for love, lust, and sexual attraction. Piso for persuasion, seduction, and charm. Eros for sexual desire, lust, and passion. And if you are married or soon to be married, you could pray to Hera for marriage blessings. You could do a romance and passion shower or bath ritual. And for that, you could add rose petals for romance, passion, and devotion, red wine for romance, hibiscus for romance, cloves for romance and passion, rosemary for romance and passion, and lang lang oil for romance and passion. And you can add that to your bath water or on the shower floor. If you're doing a shower ritual, you can put that stuff in a tea diffuser and hang it from the shower head. You could also do a self-love ritual, and you could use rose petals for self-love, sugar to sweeten your life, milk for enhancing your feminine energy, honey for self-love, lavender for peace and harmony, and jasmine oil for self-love. And just like the other one, you could add that to bath water or in a tea diffuser or just on the shower floor. And you can also alter those recipes completely. And while you're doing that, you could light candles for romance or self-love, listen to music, light incense, and evoke God of your choice. Like for me personally, I would evoke Aphrodite if I was going to do one of those. You could write love letters to yourself or somebody else. This is a good time to do romance or self-love spells. I will personally be remaking one of my self-love spells. This is also the time to renew any romance or self-love spells. And you could always do kitchen magic to bring romance or self-love, and do a divination reading on your love life, whether that's romantic or platonic. And you could always make a simmer pot for romance or self-love. And I do have a recipe for that as well, which is add rose water for romance or self-love to a pot, and add rose petals for romance or self-love, jasmine for love or self-love, cinnamon for romance or self-love, apples for romance or self-love, and vanilla for romance or self-love. And add more water when necessary. If you do not have rose water, any type of water works as well. That's all I have for today's video. I hope it was helpful and I hope it was enjoyable. I will be making a video showing how I celebrate Valentine's Day. It will come out a little bit after Valentine's Day, but if you're interested, keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!